and I don't want to prejudice the answer by giving you anyone else's opinion. Do you believe the Rockets can make this a very competitive series against Golden State?
I think they can. I think they have to do a little bit more. I think, obviously, in Game 1, your best player had a phenomenal game. 41 points by James Harden. You can't ask more of him either. Chris Paul had 23. I think Gordon had 15. A lot of those shots came late, but he played pretty well. They had a lot of points. They just can't stop Golden State from scoring. That's the problem. Even with Steph Curry only having 18, they still win by 13. Kevin Durant's unguardable. You guys talked about this. You guys mentioned this. He's unguardable. He's 6'11", shooting shots over 6-foot guys, 6'7" guys. Whoever's guarding doesn't matter. I just think at the end of the day, the isolation ball, the one-on-one, the holding the ball for more than 10 seconds and doing your thing, it's not going to work against this team because they can switch everything and they can load up on you. They can do different things to stop you from scoring at a high rate.
I'm glad you brought that up. Let me put the quote in there, and then we'll all kick it around because one of the Rockets may believe that himself, and that's Eric Gordon. He said to our Mark Spears on The Undefeated, quote, "We can't isolate as much against a good defensive team. I don't care who you are. We have some of the best players out there, but against a team like that, it's going to be too tough." What did you make of?
And it's on the heels of us having heard D'Antoni himself say, hey, man, this is who we are. It's gotten us here. It worked all regular season. So what is your reaction to the idea that these two gentlemen, and I'm sure there are more on both sides of the argument, are so different in what they think is going on right now?
I mean, that's part of sports, though. You're going to have one opinion. Your teammate, your coach may have another opinion on what the thing may get done to win the game. Because at the end of the day, they're down 1-0. They don't want to go down 0-2. And he just might want the ball more, to be quite frank. I mean, he might want the ball more.
That's
I mean,
true.
the bottom line is, Trevor Ariza can't get in foul trouble. You need his offense as well. You can't reinvent somebody overnight in the Western Conference Finals. I don't expect P.J. Tucker to go out there and have 20 points in the game. But at the end of the day, you can't hold the ball against a team like this because they got too many guys that can sit there and cover up space.
So the fascinating thing about having an isolation style is it's different during the regular season. There are no back-to-backs. There are no 4 games and 5 nights in the playoffs. So that's what he means by not only load up physically with boxes and elbows, but mentally. We understand that James Harden is going to hold the ball 15 seconds in a possession. We broke it down yesterday. There were times he took over 20 dribbles.
Yep.
So everybody else is just standing. And the ball is a magnet. We feel good when we touch it.
Yeah.
You feel trusted. You feel invested. And all of a sudden, you're just standing there spotting up. You don't feel engaged. So do you feel like this system is going to at least allow this to be a long series, depending on the fact that they lost game 1?
I don't know. I think tonight for them is a must-win. In my opinion, I know it's tough to say that about a game 2, but it just feels that way to me that if they don't win tonight, going back to Golden State, this series is a wrap. I mean, they may win a game. They may not win a game, which is crazy to say because they had such an incredible regular season, and we're all talking, this is the team they're all talking about. This is the team we built to dethrone the champs. And it just looks like the champs are so much better. So they have to win tonight, whatever it is. If it's hold the ball for 15 seconds, I don't think it's going to work. Or it's moving the ball like Golden State does. Everybody's an option in Golden State. It's fun to watch. Like he said, the energy and the ball moving around is fun to watch. As a big man, if I'm Capella, give me a touch. I'm over here protecting
Can I live?
I'm
blocking shots. I'm rebounding for you. Let me get a touch. So.
Here it comes. Wait, are you doing it? I'm just gonna put my feet up. I'm gonna listen to this.
Well, exactly. I know
Here we go.
Old man on my lawn.
Here we go.
Carlos, let me teach you something about basketball, my friend. This series was over before it started. The Warriors are just too good.
They're very good.
They took a 73-win team and added Kevin Durant. That's like an AAU situation, right? They're like an AAU team that other teams shouldn't even bother be playing against. Right. The reason that they didn't have the best record in the sport this year is A, Steph Curry missed 30 games, and B, they're going to their 4th consecutive finals here. It's impossible to remain motivated in all of that through all of it. So now that the lights go on and it matters and they flip the switch and everything, it is my contention that no one can play with them. I respect the hell out of Houston for trying and Daryl Morey not just sort of giving up on it, but it is my contention that no one can play with them.
And that it is ruining basketball.
To me, it's ruining basketball.
Ruining is the word.
I don't blame Durant. Maybe I would have done exactly the same thing if I were in his shoes. But in my opinion, it is ruining the end of this thing. We had this fabulous season, but you knew before it started how it was going to end. And I mean, is there anyone in this room who would take a bet with me right now that Golden State isn't going to wind up winning the championship?
Heck no.
They're going to win the championship. I don't see a team beating them 4 times. I saw a stat the other day that they've only lost 3 games in the postseason with Kevin Durant.
To 25-3.
That's incredible to think about. Like, you're going through the Western Conference, you're going through the championships with LeBron, and you lose 3 games in 2. That's incredible to think about.
And it's not by accident. You just pointed out Steph Curry didn't even have a big night.
No, and they still won by 13.
But here's where I oppose the ruining basketball part. They haven't won back-to-back championships just yet.
There you go. There's a goal.
Give them about 3 weeks.
There's a goal.
Next year, the Boston Celtics are coming. They're going to be
That's fun.
improved.
Yes.
We don't know where LeBron James is going to be. We don't know where Paul George is going to be.
Right.
So you can't just fast forward and say it's automatic.